I know that all
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in the world today. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Tia Rodgers. Let's give honor and praise to God for waking us up this morning in our right mind, able body, to go out here and be awesome today. Happy, grateful Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? What are you grateful for today? Life? I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for me. I'm grateful for this whole experience. So I want to thank you for joining me this morning. You've been with me every morning at 10 a.m. for a long time now. So I'm grateful for that. And I appreciate you for your time. This morning, we're not going to be too long, but I just wanted to touch some bases. It's Thursday. We're wrapping up the week and getting ready to get ready for the weekend, whether it's we're getting ready to load up the car and go out, head out to the shore, or you're getting ready to head to the airport and catch a flight, whatever it may be, or maybe you're just around the house and you're going to be doing some home things today. This weekend. Home projects are the best. I love home projects. They could take some time and it takes some work. Swear I'm a DIY girl, but I really just like to shop for this stuff. But when it comes down to doing it, some things I can, and the things that I can't, I have to hire somebody to do that, which is always a joy because I appreciate their hard work and labor and their talent that they bring. It takes skills to do some of these home remodeling projects that we incur. Um, I hope you enjoyed the paradise music playing in the background. This is how I, welcome in my day and, breathe in and just appreciate life. Clear the mind to prepare for the task of the day. Um, and as we are speaking of tasks for the day, today's Grateful Thursday, right? So we're grateful for life. Now, how grateful for life are you? And are you grateful for you? Are you taking care of you? This is a topic that comes up all the time for me. I don't know about anyone else. But that's the great thing about having an accountability partner or a peer counselor or a therapist, psychiatrist, or just a friend, someone that knows you well enough to know the signs that say, okay, I see what you're doing, and I think you need to fall back a little bit. What are you doing for yourself? You're doing all these things for other people, but what are you doing for yourself? And some of us struggle with that because we're so used to doing things for others that you think you're doing for yourself when you sit down and you do a little something, but are we really taking the time for ourselves? So my assignment, right? My assignment is to journal. I have to journal my feelings and go deep, because apparently there's a period of grief where the grief, when you suppress it for a very long time, and you just, that things are happening, that your life is changing, but you just keep going anyway. You feel what you feel, but you keep going anyway. But you can't keep going forever. At some point, you have to. I kept seeing myself on the other side. That was kind of weird. Weirdly amazing. Um, grief piles up and you just keep going, moving forward. And I'm very good at that. And I don't know whether it's, my makeup, if anybody else can relate to it. I don't know. I think it's just how I'm built, how I'm programmed, how I program myself to, just keep moving despite what's going on, despite how I may feel, whether I feel like doing it or not. I know that I have something to do, and I know I have a responsibility to do it. So I just continue to keep going. But sometimes I will forget to take some time for myself. And the crazy part about when you keep going is that your body will tell you when it's time for you to cool out, take a break. I need the water this morning. Your body will tell you when it's time to take a break. Some of the symptoms may be pain in your neck, your shoulders, and your back, maybe in your lower back, maybe in your sciatic. You might get a pain down your leg. Your fingers might cramp and you can't do certain things with your fingers. And for me, sometimes you just cry out of nowhere. You could be feeling good in one moment, and then I don't know, something happens. Next thing you know, you're having this waterworks. So it's all a part of the journey. It's all a part of life. But you have to learn how to take time for yourself. And because that's an area that I struggle with, I need help. I need accountability partners. I need peers, friends, family to kind of tap me on the shoulder and be like, excuse me, miss, what are you doing over there? You need to be over here. So not all the time, but sometimes they see it in me and I don't see it in myself. And sometimes I can feel it. And it's just funny that this morning I woke up and I saw this post. I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to read it. It's from Mr. Shane Reyes. What happened? My phone is so quirky. All right. Mr. Shane Reyes. All right. He helps people. He's a bona fide leader that I follow him. I participate in some of his things. His group is dynamic. They help you with branding. And I ran across a post. It was a post he made yesterday about 3:00, but I want to read it to you. And it said, don't be out here living your best life on social media. And in real life, your situation is in shambles. That breaks you in spirit because you know your image and your intentions aren't in alignment with your reality. This causes all kinds of mental health issues, paranoia that someone's going to find out, anxiety that the next client is so far away that you're going to miss something, depression, because you feel guilty for smiling in public while crying in private. All kinds of escapisms and absenteeisms of accountability practices because you don't want the truth to be known. This crushes you in multiple ways. A lack of transparency makes it impossible for anyone to help you. For instance, if you're telling me you're in Maryland, I can help you get to Florida. But if you're really in California, my instructions won't be of any use to you. So you have to start by telling me where you really are, 100%. Then I can help you. Just as evidence-based insight, 72% of entrepreneurs are directly or indirectly affected by mental health issues compared to just 48% of non-entrepreneurs. And it's NIMH, NIMH, 49% of entrepreneurs deal with mental health issues, while only 32% of their counterparts experience them. So I'm assuming that the NIMH is acronyms for mental health organization, National Mental Health Organization. There's so much more than can be said here. Let's curb this significantly by just being honest. And he has a picture of him. Look, can you guys see? That's Shane Reyes. He helps you with branding. He has his own thing, and I think he's live this morning right now. So he's training people. He's always doing something. Him and his team, they're dynamic. But yeah, he's live streaming in a few minutes. So I hope you guys get a chance to catch him. But when I read that, I was like, wow, because I've been struggling back and forth for a while now with some things in my life. And I think I've been kind of transparent with you all and, open, because I figure I'm not the only one suffering from certain things. And somebody else might be going through it too. And we always, when you are considered the breadwinner or the head of the household or the one that everyone comes to, you don't feel the need that you need to really woosah and take some time for yourself. You're so busy making sure everybody is okay, that things are going smoothly. And it's not that they're not thinking about you, because sometimes they do. They think about you. They do little special things for you. But sometimes you just feel empty. Sometimes you feel numb. Sometimes you feel like no one gets it. No one gets where you are. But in reality, people do. They understand. They may not know how to approach you. They may not know what to say. I find a lot of times that people don't know what to say when they see someone in distress or going through something, including myself. I'm at a lack for words at times when my peers lose loved ones. I just let them know that I'm there. I'm here if you need me. And I'll check in periodically, but I don't invade their space. I allow them the time that they need to heal and grow. And those that, because sometimes you're closer than others. So those that are closer can probably get in a little bit deeper. If I'm not that close, then I kind of I'm on the outside and I'm saying, okay, I'm here if you need me. But we all go through challenges. And when I read that this morning, it just made me laugh. It really made me laugh, because I was cracking up laughing. I said I cried in public and in private. I can't help it. It just happens, doesn't mean that I have mental health issues, not necessarily, but does it mean that I need to pay attention to my mental health during the periods of going through things, having stressful moments, losing loved ones, having changes in your life when you're transitioning from one phase of life into the next phase of life? All these things tend to pile up and build up if you don't address them correctly. And if you're out here trying to live your dreams and you're working hard to take care of your family and make sure that everything is cool there, they're provided, making sure that you're doing what you need to do and showing up for yourself, and being there for others, you can get lost in it sometimes, and then you're feeling some kind of ways. Your mood switching, and you don't quite get it. You're like, what happened? Like, why am I feeling this? I'm feeling kind of funky. That's my thing. I'm feeling kind of funky today. I gotta get it out. I gotta cleanse it out of me, So I said that to say what? if you're a person like me, that can take a licking and keep on ticking, it's okay if you pause for a moment just to do an overall hall check of yourself. And if you find yourself having feelings, sad moments, whatever, pick up a notebook or a journal. Start writing that stuff down. Start looking at it and seeing to see if it's real. They may be really valid things. They may not be valid at all. You might just need to get them out on paper because you might not be able to talk to someone about what it is that you're feeling. Sometimes I find myself, I can't even say what it is that I need because I can't even describe what it is that I need because I don't know what it is that I need. So it takes me some time to process that, to figure out what it is that I need. Is it more relaxation? Is it that I need to cut back on doing less work? Or should I find more things to enjoy myself? One task was to make our calendar. See, in the industry, I mean, in the profession of network marketing, we live by our calendars. We definitely are held accountable for showing up. And I want to share something here because it stood out to me. Well, I'm learning and training, so I'm all over social media all the time because I follow the leaders. They say follow the right cats, so I have a few cats that I follow that I think are outstanding, and I wouldn't even be here talking to you if I didn't follow them or if I wasn't sitting in some of those rooms. But Eric Worre, Mr. GoPro, he had this short clip the other day, and he was talking about the power of a dollar. And he said the average individual, and I'm paraphrasing this, I'm not saying exactly like he said it, but I'm just paraphrasing this because I thought it would be great to share. The average individual from sign up plus the 6 months, if they don't earn anything in that time, they're on average, their average attention retention through the entire profession for actively qualified individuals is around about 20%. So when you're all excited, when you first sign up, it's a whole lot of us signing up all at the same time. You might be a group of you coming in together. But if you're not successful from sign up within the first 6 months, then that's usually where some people fall off. They get discouraged, and they say, oh, this doesn't work. But you can't give up hope, because when someone earns just $1, and that was the example that he gave, and I like that, just $1 from their time they signed up, plus the 6 months of being enrolled, their average retention increases from 20% to 74%. That's amazing. That means that they are doing everything that they need to do and they believe in what they're doing. They didn't come just to make a buck. They realized they could make a buck, but they realized that they had even more of an impact. And they continue to learn. So I thought that was very, very interesting, because you see that as you go along. People drop out for various reasons. And sometimes maybe they don't feel supported. Maybe they clash with someone in the group, or something happens that they don't agree with, and then there's some that come because this is what they decided. This is what they wanted to do. And they're going to carry it out no matter what goes on, because they didn't come into it for nobody else but for themselves, and their main purpose and their focus is as far as where they're going and planning to take their life. So you'll hear me talk a lot about Abraham. I like her. And I forget, right now I can't think of name that she always says when she's talking. But anyway, she talks a lot about frequencies and vibrations. And she talks about if we're in a low vibration, the universe is going to match that low vibration. If we're in a high vibration, the universe is going to match that high vibration. If you are on a journey of changing your life and you aren't, if you're not feeling that confident in what it is that you're doing, or maybe you're feeling a little lost and confused, just know that the universe is going to match that and give you just that. And it doesn't mean that it's right or wrong. It just means that you have to work on building your confidence, building your frequency, and elevating it, which we talk about mindset a lot. And that goes right along with mindset. We ask and we receive. Many times we may be asking for something to come, some type of change in our life. Maybe we want a house, maybe we want the car, maybe we want the relationship to work, or maybe we just want God to guide us and show us the right way. And if leaving a relationship is what we need to do, then that's what we need to do. Maybe if leaving the job is what we need to do, that's what we need to do. Or maybe you need to try something new. That's what you got to do. So you're asking for it, and then God, you receive it, right? But if you're not open to receiving it, you got some resistance in between what it is that you're asking for and what it is that you're expecting to get, you will never receive the solution. And you have to leave yourself open. Whenever you're asking your creator, God, whoever it is you believe in, or even telling yourself, okay, this is what we want to do. Believe in yourself. Believe that you have everything that you need to get what it is that you're trying to go for. Believe that you have the stamina, the energy, the time, and the efforts that you're going to put into it. So whenever we ask for something, just know that if you're asking for it, you better darn well make sure you're able to receive it. And know that a solution is on the way. Now, is it the time frame of the solution? I don't know. We never know. We just ask and we continue to do. You make the best of the time that you have. You put your efforts in the best of your ability. And then you just continue to keep moving. See, life itself is amazing, because you can't tell me that, the ovum and the sperm cell, they come together and they create this little bee, right? That's scientific. That's things that are miracle-based, things that we sometimes cannot explain, that only the creator can explain, right? But see, when you're talking about becoming better in your life, building better, getting better in your finances, maybe you want a new position, or maybe you're trying to obtain a new house, new business, new car, whatever it is. The thing with that is, it's not so much that it is amazing as it is just math. It's just math. How many times are you going to continue to do what you need to do in order before what you're going for manifests, right? If you give up too soon, you never know. If when it starts to get challenging, you'll never know. If you don't reach out for help or ask someone like, hey, can you come over here and critique this a little bit for me? This is what I got going on. What do you think about this? It doesn't hurt. Sometimes there's good advice and sometimes there's bad advice, but you will know as the more you become more in tune with who you are and whose you are, and trusting yourself. A big part of it is trusting yourself, trusting that you have what it takes to do what it is to do for your life. So as we are wrapping up this wonderful Thursday morning, I figure I leave you guys with a little humor that I shared with my Facebook family on Tammy's Shop. this morning on Tammy's page. I I hope I didn't offend anyone, but I can make jokes about my mental health because it's mine. And every now and again, I like to, go and test the waters. And I found that going to therapy doesn't make me or break me. It just enhances my life because at least now I'm aware. You can't fix something if you're not aware of it, right? And if you're going through all these different changes, why not go sit down and talk with somebody about it? Whether you do the assignments or not, at least now you know, or at least you got some kind of insight, right? So you know what to do, how to handle it. Like I said, my task is to start journaling. And I'm kind of excited about it because maybe now I can finish Pathways, which has been worrying me to death. I'm like so far into it, but I'm like trying to get over some things. And life doesn't stop because things happen. So I have to continue to keep moving. And guess what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it with a smile on my face. I'm going to do it with a straight, serious face. I'm going to do it with tears coming down my eyes. I'm going to do it singing a little song in my heart because that's how I get over things in life. When life serves me lemons, I like to make lemonade, and I really enjoy lemonade. And I grew up on sassafras tea and lemonade, and my mom would put sassafras, lemons, oranges, strawberries, whatever kind of fruits in her homemade tea. And it was always great. She always tried to make sure that we had the most healthiest things. She did her best. I wish she would have gave me that knack. I wish I would have got that part of her DNA that was good with baking the dough and making the cinnamon swirls and stuff, but I didn't get that. I think I made a homemade cake one time. It was so thick. Oh my God. But I can whip the heck out of a Pillsbury dough cake though. But anyway, as we're wrapping up, I know I didn't took you guys all over the place, but hey, it's Grateful Thursday. I mean, I wanted to be a little silly today, and just be honest. And then, God has a way of sometimes showing you and putting things in place. And sometimes when things don't go as planned, God's plan is always better. And he just puts the things right there for you. And it just kind of comes together. So this morning I wrote, I have been up and I have been down. I cry in private and public. Sometimes I wonder if I'm losing it. Then I look in the mirror and say, hey, you, are you in there? And I listen for a response. And it says, girl, I'm in here cleaning up this mess. Dang, you're going to have to wing it till I'm done. And just imagine, right? So that's a little humor for me. So just a little humor this Grateful Thursday. Just because I present well doesn't always mean I am well. But I'm grateful, grateful, grateful for another day of life because I get another chance to do it all over again. I get to take some time and sit down and unwind. Today is Grateful Thursday. And one part of being a professional in the industry, being a professional network marketer, I'm trying to get rid of the industry. I'm trying to just keep it as a profession because it really truly is a profession. A lot of professional people. Along with the work that needs to be put in place and done to move things forward, to bring information to others, to impact other people's lives and or touch someone's life in some way to let them know that life is okay. And that there is a better way and that there's opportunities only if you open up and try and you go for it. In that process, you have to remember, if you're sitting down and you're reading a book that's still working towards your goal. If you are laying down and taking a nap, that is rejuvenating your body and your brain cells so that you can be refreshed and rejuvenated when you get back to what it is that you're doing. If you need to change your environment, get out of the house, get out of the office, go take a walk, or catch a flight and go away and see something totally different. All of these things are considered to be helpful to help you get into alignment with the direction in which your life is going. And if you're someone like me that struggles with putting yourself first because you love your family so much and you want the best for them and you just want to show them that you're superwoman, it's okay. You could take off the cape. They're not going to say nothing. They kind of like you with the cape off better. Because then they get to love on you a little bit. So with that being said, as you are venturing out here today to go live your life and do your best to change the direction of your life today for tomorrow, because what we do in today is going to change on tomorrow. Be patient with yourself, allow yourself grace, know that you are awesome. And like I always say, you were born a winner from the time you were born inside your mother's womb. And you have all that you need inside of you to make this life a success. Whatever success is defined as by you, no one else can define your success except for you. So, with that being said, have a wonderful, blessed day. And I'm so proud I made it through this without having any emotional reaction. So maybe my little bit of journaling last night and maybe sitting and listening to a little bit of Eric Thomas and listening to the motivational, what was it? The motivational words or motivational speech on YouTube helped me last night before I went to bed to help recalibrate my body chemistry to be okay and know that today is going to be okay. It's all right. It might hurt a little bit. And for the parts that hurt a whole lot, so bad that if you poke at it or you go to touch it, it's so sore you don't really want to touch it. It's okay to bring out your notebook, because that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be journaling today and doing some other study as well. Got to map it out in the calendar, as well as trying to map out a little fun. That's what I forgot on my calendar. I have plenty of work. I just don't have room for fun. So with August coming up and moving forward, because I tell you guys all the time, 90 days can change the whole trajectory of your life. So I'm using August, September, and October to begin incorporating some fun into my life, as well as work, because all work and no play makes Jane a dull girl. So I don't want to be a dull girl. I'm trying to find a young lady that used to be so radiant and didn't care. You know, I used to love to look in the mirror all the time as a child. Not because of vanity, just because I just love myself. I just love looking at myself. So my Aunt Cookie told me that if I keep looking in the mirror, that the mirror was going to pull me inside. So, but life has a way of happening. Even when you think you're losing, it's an opportunity in chance that you are not losing, that you're absolutely winning. So don't be ashamed. Don't feel bad if every day you're not feeling okay, because you don't have to feel okay every day. Life isn't perfect, and you're not meant to be perfect either. Just love who you are, continue growing, learning, and healing, and you too will see the difference in your life. So I want to thank you guys for your time. Have a wonderful, blessed, amazing day today. Let's make sure I shut this off right. See you guys later, YouTube. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, share, and please drop down in the comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Are you getting any value out of this? Do you think I'm a total nutball? What's going on? Just let me know. Give me something. I will respond. So, with that being said, have a blessed day, everybody. Go out there and be great. You got this.